Hi, I'm Jenna Margosian, and this is my final video presentation for Dr. Joan Gilbreth's 526 Capstone Experience class in the Digital Teaching and Learning Master's Program at Azusa Pacific University. Like the majority of my decisions, when deciding to attend APU, I relied on thoughtful logic, reasoning, and a great deal of time to weigh my options before making an informed decision. Unfortunately, it is frequently hard for me to listen and wait for God's direction despite strong efforts. I usually make big decisions seemingly on my own, and then later I see God's hand in planning reflected in the outcomes of my choices. As I look back on my decision to attend APU and my experience here, it has followed the same pattern. I thought I made the best decision to meet my needs for a small learning community, a non-impacted schedule, and a Christian emphasis. But what I received from this institution was so much more. My classmates were not only talented, creative educators, they were also a wonderful source of Christian fellowship. From the credential program to the master's program, my colleagues at APU have been a great support system when life and school were hectic, consistently reminding me that Christ is always in control. I am so grateful for the encouragement and ideas from those I have taken classes with, and I cannot imagine better people teaching and impacting our students. Furthermore, the experience, knowledge, effectiveness, and compassion of my professors were unmatched by any other educational institution I have been a part of. Highlights from my courses include learning to navigate and create a web quest in 512, filming a high-quality video and commercial in 514, creating podcasts and screencasts in 515, delving deep into learning styles and Bloom's taxonomy in 522, and developing a comprehensive unit in 526. All of these courses covered new content and technologies that were challenging, directly applicable to the classroom, and fun to learn. My portfolio for 526 consists of a 5-week unit that focuses on the health standards for 2nd grade. Students learn about the food pyramid, the 5 food groups, and how to make healthy food choices. I chose this topic because many students are growing up overweight and uneducated about how to be healthy. Also, with our growing budget crisis and our emphasis on state testing, health education is often cut or forgotten. I believe that if our students can establish good eating and exercise habits early, they will grow up to be healthier, happier people. Along with addressing health standards, this unit incorporates various uses of technology. Students learn how to eat healthy while also learning to use numerous websites and software. The goals of this unit are for students to both know the different types of food their bodies need to stay healthy and to understand that making healthy choices can be fun and easy. To reach these goals, student lessons appeal to each of the different learning styles and include all levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Students name the 6 food groups in the food pyramid and identify food from each group, discuss the benefits of eating healthy and understand how the food pyramid illustrates the daily servings of food needed, choose healthy and unhealthy foods in a variety of settings and explain these choices, analyze sample diets and their personal dieting and snacking habits to determine if they are nutritious, compare and contrast various foods, evaluate meals, and make healthy choice recommendations, and lastly, create songs, skits, and illustrations of balanced, nutritious meals. This unit consists of 3 parts. The first lessons focus on the food pyramid. Students are introduced to the food pyramid, the different food groups, and learn why this information is important. One lesson in the first part of my unit has students transform their bodies into a food pyramid. Students use colored electric tape to designate sections of their bodies as different food groups. Students' torsos are the grain group since it's the largest. Their thighs and shins are the fruits and vegetables. Their head is the dairy group, and their feet are the meat and bean group. Lastly, their necks are the oils and fats group because that is the smallest section. Once their bodies are taped, digital photos are taken and uploaded to Word documents so students can label each section and list examples of food for each group. This lesson is assessed by a 4-point rubric. To get full credit, students must designate 6 sections of their body as the 6 food groups. Each section must be labeled and contain 3 food examples. Other lessons in this first phase of the unit include activities where students categorize foods into their food groups playing online games. They create frequency graphs in Excel showing the food group they enjoy eating from the most, and develop health songs that are video recorded and uploaded to TeacherTube. The second part of the unit consists of lessons and simulations where students compare and contrast healthy and unhealthy foods in a variety of settings. For example, students engage in a lesson where they take daily photographs to document what happens to a healthy food and an unhealthy food when left unrefrigerated for a week. Students learn that processed high-sugar foods are unhealthy for their bodies because they do not change over time, unlike a ripe fruit that will brown after just a few days. Along with photographs, students maintain a blog about their food observations. Students are assessed in this lesson using a 4-point rubric. To get a 4, students must complete 5 3-sentence blogs describing both foods, and the last entry needs to comment on which food is the healthier option based on the evidence collected. Other lessons in this section of the unit have students predict and test fat content of different foods, view PowerPoints with different sets of similar foods, and students select the healthier option. And students also create illustrations of their favorite breakfast meal, then report a podcast using Audacity and iTunes software about whether or not this meal is healthy. The final part of the unit includes lessons where students analyze diets and participate in food selecting simulations. Lessons include activities where students create a Word document analyzing their snacking habits, type a friendly letter to a family member about their eating choices, view and critique sample diets, and perform skits where they must find a nutritious meal in a difficult situation. More specifically, one activity in this last section requires students to log all foods they eat for a week on nutrition tracker graphic organizers. After 5 days, students complete a self-evaluation of their diet through a blog. A 4-point rubric is also used to assess student work for this lesson. To receive full credit, students must log their food for 5 days with Nutrition Tracker and complete a 5-sentence self-evaluation on their blog. The blog must discuss the food eaten during the week and give one recommendation for diet improvement. Although it may seem ambitious for 2nd grade, I believe that with proper introduction, instruction, and practice, students of all ages can learn to use the latest technologies to aid in their learning process and illustrate their knowledge. Completing this last course in the Digital Teaching and Learning Master's program is bittersweet. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here at APU and have learned many skills I can take to the classroom to improve my instructional delivery and student activities. Now that I have exposure to numerous types of technologies that can be used in the classroom, I am excited to incorporate these techniques into my teaching. Thank you for listening.